Ladies and gents, Alexander Isak is going to be a Liverpool player very, very soon. The move that Liverpool needed to happen for them to be in a position to pull this off financially has just been announced as a here we go from Fabrizio Romano. And yes, I'm talking about Luis Diaz. He will be joining Bayern Munich for 75 million euros. And what a job Edwards and Hughes have done. Since Hughes has come in as a sporting director, 190 million pounds worth of sales. The 10 million they got from Trent back to Van der Berg, Carvalho, Kelleher, Quansah, Luis Diaz, and they're not stopping there. Morton, Elliott, and Darwin Nunez all on the chopping board to be released and sold out of Liverpool. And Alexander Isak will be coming in. In the same front line, guys, they're going to have Mohamed Salah and Alexander Isak. Behind those guys, a number 10 in Florian Wirtz. Now, Chelsea, Liverpool, City, and Arsenal fans right now are all very, very optimistic about the season. And looking at yesterday's result, unfortunately, I wasn't able to cover any of the games yesterday, any of the Tottenham games, the Liverpool game, any transfer news. I was at a wedding, so I didn't actually get to see the game, but I know Liverpool did lose 4-2 to AC Milan, and apparently Rafa Leao was very, very good. However, it's a friendly game. I'm not going to write off Liverpool from winning the Premier League because they lost to AC Milan and Arsenal beat AC Milan. It's a marathon. You take each game as it comes, and Liverpool are the team to beat. They're the best team in the country, and that's backed up by they are Premier League champions. And they have added Florian Wirtz, they've added Kirkes, they've added Frimpong, Ekitike, and now Alexander Isak, the greatest summer transfer window, the greatest transfer window, period, of any club in the Premier League ever. We're going to break it all down. It's going to be a longer video, so make sure you go down, drop a like on the video, and let me know your thoughts. That would be greatly appreciated. Make sure you smash this subscribe button too. The road to 70,000 subscribers is well and truly on, and 90% of you, yes, you right there, have not subscribed. So please go down, hit that subscribe button, and let me know your thoughts. We're about 500 or so away from 69,000 to pick up to every single one of you. Now, Florian Plettenberg has been keeping us up all to date with the latest Bayern news. He's very, very good journalist when it comes to Bundesliga news. And he come out a couple of days ago and said that Luis Diaz had agreed personal terms. And then the main man himself, Fabrizio Romano, come out with those famous 3 words that Luis Diaz will be joining Bayern Munich. FC Bayern reached full agreement to sign Luis Diaz from Liverpool. Here we go. 69 million pounds or 75 million euros agreed, and authorization for medical also confirmed. Lucho wanted to leave. Liverpool accept the conditions and the Diaz deal. I'm all for players. I think this is the best way to go if you're going to leave as a player. Go out on a high. Like at the moment, I've got very mixed feelings about Heung-min Son going to LAFC, but similar to Diaz, he's going out on a high. Tottenham just won the Europa League. Liverpool just won the league. I'm not comparing the competitions. I'm just saying it's always good when a player can, leave a hero or stay long enough when you become the villain. A bit of a Batman line there. But I think it's fantastic business for Liverpool. 69 million pounds plus the 35 for Quansah. That's over 100 million. Then you're looking at, they've already got 10 million or so for Trent. You're probably going to get another 80 to 90 million for Morton, Darwin Nunez, and of course, Harvey Elliott. There is a lot of teams interested in Harvey Elliott. He's getting hell of a lot of links right now in terms of the stories regarding him are pretty much all over social media. And I wanted to come on and talk as well. Not only that, Romano tweeted out something saying that Liverpool have generated 190 million pounds for talent. I think he might have even deleted the tweet. 190 million pounds. It might have been David Ornstein that said it. Yeah, it was David Ornstein. Ornstein come out and said 190 million pounds of sales has been made by Richard Hughes since he has been the sporting director of Liverpool, which is about 2 years or so he's been in the role. And I looked through some of their sales. Van der Berg, Carvalho, Quansah, of course, now. Luis Diaz, Kelleher, Quansah. Bayern Munich reached total agreement with Liverpool to sign Luis Diaz, deal for 28-year-old winger. I think that's really top money as well for a guy. Don't get me wrong, Luis Diaz, in terms of his footballing age, is in his prime years. He's just turned 28, but they're all about bringing in the best upcoming talent. He's granted his medical for a 4+1 year contract that Bayern, now 190 million in sales since Hughes become a sporting director, is absolutely obscene. And then just to give you all kind of a bit of a Romano knows exactly what he's doing here, just to keep everyone on side. Not necessarily on side, but just to keep everyone in the loop. Eddie Howe, in terms of his press conference after the Arsenal game earlier, he was asked, what are the chances of Isak joining up with the squad on tour of their Asia tour? They will be playing Arsenal, which they've just lost. They'll be playing Spurs. I think they play someone else. No chance. He will not be joining the South Asia tour, where they'll be playing in South Korea, etc., etc. He's going to be a Liverpool player, guys. And I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be completely honest. The only word I'm going to use to describe Liverpool going into this season is you are going to see domination. Isak, Salah, Wirtz, Van Dijk, McAllister, Gravenberch, Kirkes, Frimpong, Allison. Their backup goalkeeper is Georgi Mamadashvili. Like, what are we doing here? The greatest summer transfer window ever. And anyone that there are people are already saying, oh, but Liverpool have bought in the league, they've bought the league, this and that. No, they haven't. They've just had an unbelievable transfer window, and rival fans are fuming at the fact that their club hasn't shown the amount of ambition that Liverpool have done this window. And that's just the reality of it. Newcastle are going to be closing in on signing Benjamin Sesko from RB Leipzig. Romano has also come out regarding that, saying Newcastle and Benjamin Sesko, talks ongoing as revealed days ago. This remains the situation of today. Next week, more to follow. I imagine by maybe Thursday/Friday, we'll probably get a here we go for this, and he will become a Newcastle United player. They are, very, very, very happy about that. And it's not look, it's obviously sad for Newcastle United to lose their best player, but you've also got to look at it from, they have to take the club forward. Newcastle's FFP isn't in the strongest position, hence why they can't go out and spend how much money the club have actually got, billions. But they can put this money back into the club, which is going to be probably 130, 140 million pounds. Liverpool are in a position of strength right now based on the fact that Alexander Isak wants to leave. And I said this a couple of weeks ago. If Newcastle have an unhappy player, it's like the art of negotiation from Liverpool's perspective is about understanding control. Now they know Newcastle have an unhappy player, they could maybe lowball and say, look, there's 120 million pounds. I know you want 140, but there's 120. And then we'll add something extra on the add-ons and make it maybe a little bit more unrealistic, etc., etc. But the art of this negotiation by Liverpool has been an absolute masterclass. Newcastle wanted in Ekitike, and Liverpool said, we're going to take Ekitike, and we're also going to take Alexander Isak. Now, Newcastle right now are similar to when Liverpool sold Coutinho. They could go out and sign Benjamin Sesko and then a top playmaker, because they've got the foundations there in that midfield. Bruno G and Tonali is one of the best double pivots out there. I think the two best double pivots in the Premier League are Tonali. You could probably say Tonali and Bruno, Gravenberch and McAllister, and Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. And right now, the situation is that Liverpool are going to be signing Alexander Isak, according to Romano, according to David Ornstein. He wants to move. And from Liverpool's perspective, they are getting one of the, if not the best striker in the Premier League of last season. And they're adding it to a team right now that, has already won the league. Now, that comes with more pressure. That comes with people know how you played under Slot last season. They're going to have to constantly change things up. And look, Liverpool will know that. They will know exactly what's going down. They will know exactly what position they're in. They'll know pretty much who's already going to be going out the door, who's going to be staying. They will be in a very, very, very strong position come the end of the transfer window. And what I also find interesting is Liverpool's start to the season is very, very tricky. because the second game of the season, they are playing at St. James's Park, where Alexander Isak, in his first ever away game, providing he signs for Liverpool Football Club, his first ever away game is going to be against his old team. 3 games in, massive 6-pointer against Liverpool. Other than that, Palace away, Everton at home, Burnley away, Man United at home, and Bournemouth at home. Other than Chelsea and Arsenal, it's a pretty strong set of fixtures they've got there. They'll beat Burnley, they'll beat Everton. They always beat Everton. They'll beat Palace, they'll beat Man United. They always beat Man United. And they'll beat Bournemouth. Chelsea away, Newcastle away, and Arsenal at home are going to be very tough. But to get, 3 of the big 6 in your first 8 games the big 5, because obviously you're taking Liverpool out there because you're talking about them. Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man United all in the first. What's that? And then obviously Champions League, League Cup, FA Cup. And then after that, it's other than the City, I just see 8 wins, guys. Brentford, Villa, Forest, Sunderland, Brighton, Leeds, West Ham, Liverpool, then play Brent. I just, look, their fixtures are kind to them. Where it gets tricky, I think, is the February. Is it February? Yeah, that's not exactly the easiest of fixtures, but they're in a very, very strong position. They're going to be signing Alexander Isak. And I think that every single Liverpool player right now will be looking at the competition in the squad. So, for instance, Conor Bradley and Frimpong, they're going to be against each other all the time in training to please Arne Slot the best they can. That is exactly what a manager wants. Not what Tottenham have got, where you've got Pedro Porro's always going to be starting unless he gets injured. Jed Spencer's coming in. But Liverpool are playing, I believe, on Tuesday. I think they play. Is it Tuesday? Wednesday, sorry. So Wednesday is going to be a very, very, very busy day. North London derby. Sorry, Wednesday they're playing Yokohama. Thursday's North London derby. And then they've got Athletic Bilbao twice. And then the Community Shield. And then I think it's, 19 days to the Premier League season starts? Yeah, it's 19 days. So it'll be 18 days tomorrow. We will be sitting watching Liverpool versus Bournemouth, the opening day of the Premier League season. And I am very, very, very excited for this season. I think when you look at the amount of transfer news that's been done, when you look at the amount of good business that's been done by pretty much most Premier League clubs have signed a decent player there or thereabouts. Ben Jacobs has come out with a big transfer update here. I've only just seen this. Anfield Sector have just retweeted this, saying that Liverpool remain intent to sign Alexander Isak this summer, even after Hugo Ekitike's arrival. Luis Diaz exit coupled with likely Darwin Nunez departures opens the door for another attacker despite confidence in the current options. However, there are no plans to bid blindly. Liverpool only make a formal offer for Isak if given encouragement from Newcastle. Liverpool waiting to understand if Newcastle are willing to are now willing sellers. Due to Isak pushing for an exit before tabling any offer, should they make one, it will be confidence and not simply a speculative deal. I think this situation could drag out, if I'll be honest with you guys. I think Newcastle United know they've got an unhappy player, but they're also not going to be taken for mugs. If Liverpool go, there's 90 million, there's absolutely no way, for instance, that he will be leaving. I think you're probably looking at they'll probably start off with like maybe 115, 110. Newcastle will say we want 150, and then they'll probably meet somewhere in the middle. That's normally what happens in transfer business. However, you can obviously appreciate the way that you're not just talking about an ordinary deal. You're talking about one of the biggest transfer deals of all time, and probably the biggest Premier League transfer deal of all time. And what as well, not only that, Newcastle, the fact that they are negotiating for Benjamin Sesko, they're also going to have to go and sign another striker on top of that, because their plan was to always bring in 2 number 9s. have 2 number 9s. And Callum Wilson's left. It looks like Alexander Isak is going to be leaving very, very soon. So they're bringing in Benjamin Sesko. They will also need another number 9. Breaking: Newcastle are braced themselves for a formal offer from Liverpool for Alexander Isak this week. Yeah. And Liverpool moved very, very quickly. They got Ekatike deal done practically within a week or so of negotiating for the player. So yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this pans out. I personally believe Romano has come out on, according to Anfield Sector, and said, big breaking after Luis Diaz gone. I expect Liverpool to go very strong for Alexander Isak. The official bid is considered a matter of time, guys. I can't actually believe it. Like, I thought, for the sake of the Premier League, for healthy competition, they're just going to be so strong, guys. Like, they are going to be incredibly strong. How is anyone going to stop Isak and Salah in the same team? Like, yeah, it's going to be very, very, very interesting. Craig Hope from the Daily Mail has come out and said, one second, he has come out and said that sources on Merseyside say Luis Diaz is likely to formalise Liverpool's offer for Alexander Isak, and then bang, early today, here we go. So it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. But we are going to wrap up. There may be another transfer video out later today as well. Tomorrow morning, there'll be updates. Going to be doing the watch along for Tottenham versus Arsenal. There'll be a video out about Morgan Gibbs-White as well, because that entire saga has been complete and utterly shocking from Tottenham's perspective. And make sure you drop a like, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.